When it comes to Titanic, both from 1997 and its remake of 2023, the actors and production team brought their A-game. So, what do both these two movies from decades apart look like behind the scenes? Let's find out. When it comes to the dedication of the whole movie cast, everyone gave their all. Well, you expect that for any movie to do great on the big screen. The cast performance is the most important thing. However, there are only a few directors who would jump into a plunge just to make sure that the shoot reaches perfection. So, forget sitting in the director's chairs while the crew and cast work. James Cameron preferred a scuba tank to stand in. Not just once, but instead, to ensure authenticity, he spent countless hours submerged in the film's massive water tank.
I come in on you, then I cut to your POV of him.
Directing actors, tweaking props, and even personally pushing debris for that extra touch of realism. After not being satisfied with just directing from the sidelines, Cameron also took a few plunges with a camera strapped to his head. He wanted to film the sinking sequence from the perspective of a sinking passenger, capturing the claustrophobia and terror firsthand. Imagine yelling "cut" with your clothes all drenched. Talk about dedication. This is what is required to make something that stays not just relevant after decades, but needs a remake. Next up, we have Kate and Jack perfecting their moves. If you are walking, then you are walking. And if in any unfortunate circumstances, you find yourself on a sinking ship,
the ship is gonna suck us down. Take a deep breath when I say.
you'll be trying your best to stay upright. However, during the making of Titanic, all the actors had to show like they were falling down the deck, while there was nothing wrong with the set.
Emma, go back.
Oops, that was a spoiler. So the iconic waltz scene on the sinking deck wasn't just about romance. It was a logistical nightmare. Choreographer Virginia Madsen had to adapt the steps constantly as the platform tilted and swayed, mimicking the doomed ship. The actors, in soaking wet costumes, had to master their balance while conveying fear and longing. A tough job indeed for everyone on the production set. Talk about a tango with disaster. Everyone loves a story with a little drama in it. I mean, a love story on a sinking ship is enough drama already. However, even the soundtrack had its own drama. In the post-production phase, Cameron discovered a crucial error. The band on the sinking ship was playing the wrong notes. Instead of re-recording the entire scene, he had musicians mimic the incorrect notes underwater, then dub the correct melody on top. So what did we learn? A good director is not just one who can direct everyone and delegate tasks, but one who can take up the mantle when required and come up with an adaptive solution in time. Well, James Cameron has mastered the three words that read, improvised, adapt, and overcome, and that's what he did with the audio. If you think that the movie shot the actual sinking of the ship, then here is a disclaimer that you are getting a spoiler soon. Although Titanic isn't old enough where CGI wasn't possible, but James Cameron wasn't messing around with this one. According to him, to reach perfection, the film required a miniature model of the ship for some aerial shots. The largest set of the movie was constructed in Fox Studios' Baja, Mexico. The set was built for the 350-feet-long replica of the Titanic ship. For the crew to use the ship in different ways when filming, it was able to tilt and sink on command. It wasn't the ship only. In fact, the location was also chosen close to the Pacific Ocean to boost the realism of the shots. But not every shot was done on a large set. Several miniature ships were constructed to film the sinking ship scenes. For the studio to build the replica ship inside a gigantic water tank, they spent $40 million. Well, that's what perfection looks like. Imagine this, a massive water tank, the cast partially submerged, and the need for constant touch-ups. Yes, it's a makeup artist's nightmare, but also their moment to shine. Makeup artists have become so skillful that touch-ups and redo during the production of any movie have become a norm. However, in a lot of movies, the set is usually dry, and the cast is not partially submerged in the water tank. So, for both the Titanic of 1997 and this 2023 one, keeping the cast dry was a constant struggle. However, makeup artists perfected the art of underwater touch-ups, applying waterproof mascara and even fixing Kate Winslet's hair while she bobbed on a life raft. Jack wasn't left behind as all his required touch-ups to the contour were redone within the water. So how deep into the waters are you willing to go to do your job? It's said that sometimes the best moments captured and shown in the movie are not planned or scripted. These are the ones that just happened and someone was there to capture them.
All right. Open your eyes.
One such poignant scene happened after the unfortunate sinking of the mighty Titanic when Rose, lying on the plank, decided to take a nap right there. Don't fault her, she was exhausted from a full-day shoot, and when she thought they were done with the shooting, she took a nap. When Cameron caught her, he realized the image was too powerful to pass up, and the impromptu nap became a cinematic moment for the ages. Talk about finding magic in unexpected moments. This unplanned moment, born from sheer fatigue and Cameron's keen eye, became one of the most iconic shots in film history. It reminds us that sometimes the most powerful moments aren't meticulously planned, but arise from the raw magic of the unexpected. When the director and the universe conspire, even a nap can become a masterpiece. Titanic of 1997 is a classic, and for all the right reasons. Like many modern blockbusters, Titanic boasts stunning visual effects throughout the movie. However, unlike these new blockbusters, Titanic wasn't shot using the CGI effects, but with good old-fashioned craftsmanship. Cameron famously declared no green screens on set, pushing the boundaries of practical effects. The massive replica ship, the tilting deck, the underwater filming, each element adds a layer of tangibility and realism that CGI simply couldn't replicate. This shows that even though technology like CGI has given us action like Marvel and DC, to show that vulnerable love story and to give the audience an immersive viewing experience, no green screen was the right thing to do. Kudos to James, who went to lengths and spent money and effort to give us a classical. If there is one scene in the movie that every second person, if not everyone in the audience, would love to recreate, it's the iconic scene of Jack and Kate standing at the frontmost corner of the deck with their arms wide open, letting the sea wind caress their bodies. Well, come back, because that scene did not occur in the middle of the ocean. I know I must give a disclaimer before speaking about some of the behind the scenes. However, what's the purpose of watching behind the scenes then? And who hasn't watched the movie yet? So let's get back and discuss how the iconic scene in the movie was shot. This scene deserves a whole description and talk, but in the words of Kate, we did it with a real sunset, which was hilarious because Jim would be like, "Sunset's amazing, go, go, go," and we'd be like, "What?" And suddenly, Leo and I are having to basically climb up this forklift, extended, protracted thing, and climb up this damn ladder. We're going to miss it, we're going to miss it. So we get up there and suddenly we go, "Oh, action." And we have like 2 minutes of us just endlessly doing this clinch. God forbid if we started laughing. It was really honestly hilarious. If you ask me, all this trouble was worth it because I wouldn't have been happy with anything less than that. So, thanks to the cast and especially James Cameron, who pushed them to go and get the scene recorded, today we have a benchmark in the romantic genre. So, the next time you watch Titanic, take a moment to appreciate the magic that went on behind the scenes. Every intricate detail, every brave performance, every drop of water was part of bringing this legendary ship and its timeless story to life. So, that's it for today. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.